Hello dear friends, I was invited to play in St. Louis Masters and I'm going to talk about this tournament. As you see, Fabiano Caruana was participating in this tournament, 70 players and 47 of them are Grandmasters, so very tough tournament. I will go forward and say that in my first round my opponent was Pranav V. He's a World Junior Champion and last year he won Fujairah Global Superstars. His rating is 2641. In the second round, I played against Mishra Abhimanyu, who holds the record for the world's youngest ever Grandmaster. He became the Grandmaster at the age of 12. In the fourth round, I had to play against Oparin Grigori. He was in top 50 and he won numerous tournaments, but I would mention his performance in FIDE Grand Swiss, where he was the runner-up behind the champion Alireza Firouzja. Fourth round, and my opponent was Gleb Dudin. His rating was around 2600, and last year he won the Hungarian Chess Championship. In the fifth round, I had to play against Max Warmerdam. His peak rating is 2676. He won numerous tournaments and he's a Dutch chess champion. And last year he won Fabiano Caruana and Eric Garcia Arjun in Tata Steel's Masters. And then in the sixth round, my opponent was EC Khan. His rating is 2562. He recently became a Grandmaster and also just a couple months ago he became a Turkish chess champion. In the seventh round, I had to play against Quesada Perez Yasser. He crossed the 2600 rating just 2 years ago, and he won a Cuban Chess Championship and many other tournaments. Eighth round, and my opponent was Burlington Hardaway. He became the Grandmaster at the age of 15, so very talented player, and also last year he won the Fujairah Global Masters tournament with 7.5 point out of 9. And in the last round, I had to play against Viktor Matvishin from Ukraine. His peak rating was 2566, and he won European Youth Championship twice, and also he took the second place in World Youth Championship. This is my performance in the tournament. You see, I made a lot of draws, 8 draws, but yeah, it was a tough tournament. So 2642 performance rating. I gained some rating. I hope I will get back some rating because I lost a bunch of it a couple years ago. And the winner of the tournament is Antipov Mikhail, who just crushed the tournament, 7.5 out of 9, and his performance rating was above 2800. Second place was Fabiano Caruana with 7 points out of 9, and the third place took Lodici Lorenzo from Italy. Also, best result among women showed Kari Saib, US Women Champion. Let me show some photos from the tournament. This is the playing hall of St. Louis Chess Club. I mean, 4 rooms that we were playing, and this is another room. It was a very nice place. One of them maybe my favorites, if not the most favorite one. This is me playing and focusing on the game. And here Andy Woodward playing against Antipov Mikhail and Sonis Francesco against Fabiano Caruana. This is the longest game, 194 moves. This game lasted 6 hours. And between Dimitar Mordov and Anthony Afanasov. And this is the score sheet you see. And don't forget that we usually play 2 games a day, so at least they played 10 hours that day. So if someone asks you chess is a sport or not, Now you know the answer. Now let me show some positions from my games. I just chose a couple of them. This is against Pranav V. You see that his king is on g3, but at the same time my pieces are not actively placed. So here I played f takes e5 in order to open up my rook, f takes e5, and the best move is just rook b8. Position is around equal. I played rook f5, f4, and then g5. So it was too optimistic here. I had to go again, I had to move my rook b8. But I thought I have enough compensation for the exchange, but I was wrong. So take f3, but here, yeah, rook h2 check, intermediate move, king g8, queen e4, take rook c1, knight e5, rook g1, and now my king is not safe at all. And yeah, here I realized that, okay, I have to defend this position, so I played queen f6. I hear the best move is rook h3, and white is winning here, but he had 4 minutes, so making this quiet move is not so easy. Here Pranav played knight d6, which looks very natural, yeah. And first I thought this is a blunder, because I look at this rook f4 move, and yeah, I thought if, let's say, queen h7 check, then I just go king f8, if queen a8 check, then I just go queen f8. But here white has a very beautiful move. You can pause the video and find it. So the move is knight e8, very beautiful move. And if, let's say, I take the queen, then knight f6 check and fork, and I'm losing the game. And if, let's say, something like queen f7, let's say queen e5, and again position is lost. And that's the reason I played rook g5, and suddenly position is around equal. I was also surprised during the game that we both couldn't find anything, and later engine says that, okay, this is just around equal. So he played knight e8, queen e7, knight g7, rook g1. I can't capture, let's say, king g7 or queen g7 because, I mean, queen a8 check or rook g5, then maybe queen a8, so many moves. So rook g1, I have to play aggressively here. If king g1, then queen g5 check, and black is winning here. So he played queen h7 check, king f8, check, queen e6, and you see it's a very sharp position. Queen g4 check, queen f4, my threat is queen c1 check. He check, yeah, queen h8. So now if, let's say, rook h7 check, then I just cover. So that's why I check, queen h6 check. We just traded their queens here. And yeah, knight b2, then rook b3, so that's why I played c4. And in this position, white should be careful, because I just want to capture the pawn and push the pawns. So rook d3 is the only move. Take king e1, and eventually this position is a draw. Yeah, and no, he didn't make king e4 move, so here we just agreed for a draw, because if king d4, this, I mean, he can capture the pawn, of course, but later just opposition. I mean, this here, and if this, king c5. A next game that I would like to show, it's against the Max Warmerdam. So position was around equal, white is slightly better. Here I was trying to play for a win, so I played rook e1 in order to open up the center, and then queen h6. He played bishop h4, I'm sorry, bishop a4, h3, not to get checkmated here, f5, queen e2. So yeah, I tried to attack the king side here. And then after this trade, I thought, okay, I have this extra pawn on h-file, so I have very good chances for a win. But here he has very good counter attack, bishop c4, rook b7, and then these pawns are very strong here, and he just needs to open up the b-file, b4. And here I realized that, okay, now he is trying to win. take, but position is around equal still. It's just slightly better for black. Rook a8, bishop d1. So okay, we made a lot of moves here, and yeah, at this moment I just would like to show that f4, a very beautiful check, and let's say if I take with the king, then rook f2 check, then rook f3 is just taking all my pawns. But if e takes f4, of course, this is not a great pawn structure. And after king g6, I have to defend this position, which is not so easy. You have to go some rook a3, and but of course, yeah, this is very bad. I mean, I can survive, of course. Rook d2, rook a7, bishop b1. So we made a lot of moves, but you see that we were both in time trouble, so we made a couple of mistakes. And here another important moment, I had this h5 check, which I saw, to be honest. And the point is, if king h5, I just go bishop d1, and this is winning. And if king g5, then I just check f4 check. And yeah, during the game, I just calculated a couple of seconds, and I thought, okay, king h4, and then king is very active here, and forgot, yeah, about h6 move. Again, once again, don't forget that we were both in time trouble, so I didn't play h5. Instead, rook e6. This position is equal, but I mean only white is playing for a win because of these pawns. So yeah, we made a couple of moves here, and eventually I captured this pawn. And then yeah, here f5 check. If king f5, then bishop d7 mate. So king f7, I will just move the pieces quickly here. And at this moment here, rook g5 was a mistake. He could make a draw playing rook d2, I think, or I'm sorry, maybe I'm mistaken. It's not rook d2. Rook h2 check, sorry. Rook h2 check, king g3, and then rook d2. First driving king back, king g3, and then rook d2. If, let's say, bishop d5, rook d4, and this draw. But after rook f7 check, also, yeah, here, very important, yeah, move king e8, not king g8, because king g8 is losing, which, to be honest, I saw during the game, and I was hoping, yeah, to play this, and I have this bishop e6, yeah, very beautiful move. But if king e8, bishop e6, this is not so easy for me to win the game, but yeah, bishop e2, and position is a draw, but still difficult to survive, yeah. So rook g5, take, king e7, and later, yeah, we reach this position that I would like to show. So if you take king f6, then position is a draw. Even 2 pawns up, you can't win because of this fielder position. And we just need to cut off the king like this. And when pawn goes f6, then rook b1. Let's say king f5, I'm just waiting. And let's say if king e6, rook e1 check. If king g6, rook g1 check, this is a draw. So rook d3, yeah, king f6, rook d6 is a draw, so that's why rook a8 check, king g7. And if rook f3, now rook a7 check, and this position is winning for white. Why? Because this rook doesn't have this long side from the checks. For instance, let's imagine, yeah, I don't have this checkmate, I play rook b7, king g8, rook b8 check, king h7, rook f8, and now after rook a3, I can give some checks. So rook has this, let's say, long side for the checks, and now, yeah, position is just draw. But when king is here, let's say I go rook f1, rook a8 check, rook f8, this is the short side for the rook, yeah? And then even if rook h1, then king g7, I can't give any check. If rook g1, king f7, and step by step, I win the game. So, I mean, first, yeah, I was trying to win, then he was trying to play for a win, and eventually we made a couple of mistakes, but later I got lucky to win this end game. I mean, king g7, and yeah, position is lost, yeah. Rook d6 or rook f8, this happened in a game. After rook f6, yeah, white won. And the last game that I would like to show, the last position, it's against the AC Khan. So very strange position. You see my king is in the center, but I have two extra pawns. And here, yeah, I played a6. Of course, this knight is very dangerous. I have to attack. C takes d4, queen b6. Knight c3, knight d4. And he made a very interesting move, queen h5 check. G6 and queen h4, and now this f6 pawn is weak. So this was the reason of this queen h5, queen h4 to weaken f6 pawn, bishop b4. Otherwise knight d5 and game is over. Yeah. So bishop b4. If now knight d5, I just go bishop d2 check, and then black is winning. So he played castle. I have to eliminate this knight. It's very dangerous. And now he wants to capture and open e-file. So knight f5. Here I played knight e7. Agent recommends this d6 move, and later king goes to e7, bishop d7. But I was taught that okay, when king is in the center, in the opening or in the middle game, we have to castle. But Engine doesn't care about this principle. So of course, I have this strong pawn chain, so that's why it's not so easy to break through. So, and position is actually better for black here. Black has some advantage. Instead, I played knight e7, queen d1, and I tried this d5 move, take, bishop e6. I'm just pawn up, but position is equal. I mean, I tried to play for a win, but he defended very well, and eventually we just made a draw. All right, so thank you for watching, and thank you to St. Louis Chess Club for organizing this great event, and thank you to all organizers and arbiters. And once again, thank you for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, and have a wonderful day.